Okay, y'all. It looks like King Harris is back in the headlines again. And this time, the story is so wild that even longtime fans are saying they've never seen anything like it. The latest rumor heating up social media is that King's baby mama literally locked him inside the house to stop him from going out. And the reason why has people talking non-stop. Allegedly, she wanted to keep him from meeting up with his boyfriend. That's right, his boyfriend. This messy situation has sparked endless debates online, with fans weighing in about loyalty, control, relationships, and whether this is just another example of King's chaotic lifestyle spilling over into the public eye. Today we're breaking down everything you need to know the story itself, the fan reactions, the bigger questions it raises, and what this means for King moving forward. So grab your tea, because this one is piping hot. Now, before we dive straight into the rumor, let's set the stage. For those who might not know, King Harris is the son of legendary rapper T.I.&R.B. singer Tiny. Growing up in the spotlight, he's been a familiar face to fans of the Harris family for years, thanks to reality shows, social media appearances, and of course, his own pursuit of music. But while King has the pedigree of hip-hop royalty, he's also developed a reputation for finding himself in the middle of drama, sometimes involving his family, sometimes with fans, and often in his personal relationships. From clashes with his parents about his behavior, to viral clips of him getting into confrontations in public, King has been no stranger to controversy. In fact, some people say he seems to attract chaos wherever he goes, while others argue he's just a young man figuring out life under a very public microscope. Either way, his name trending is nothing new. But this latest story? It's a whole different level of messy. So here's the rumor that has everybody talking. According to multiple blogs and social media accounts, King's baby mama supposedly locked him inside their house to prevent him from leaving. Now, locking someone in a house might sound like something out of a movie, but apparently, this situation wasn't about a simple argument. The claim is that she locked him in because she suspected or knew that he was about to leave to meet his boyfriend. Yes, his boyfriend. That detail right there is what took this story from messy to explosive. Because not only does it suggest that King is living a lifestyle that might not align with how he publicly presents himself, but it also paints his relationship with his baby mama as complicated, toxic, and filled with control issues. Now, we don't know exactly how long this supposed lock-in lasted or what happened afterward, but just the allegation itself was enough to send the internet spiraling. People immediately began screenshotting, reposting, and reacting to the claim, with some fans laughing it off as another example of King's messy love life, while others raised serious concerns about the controlling nature of the baby mama's actions. After all, locking someone inside a house isn't just dramatic, it crosses the line into unhealthy and potentially dangerous territory. But before we dive into fan reactions, let's take a step back and think about what this story suggests about the dynamics in King's personal life. What makes this situation so interesting isn't just the rumor itself, it's the layers behind it. On the surface, you've got a baby mama allegedly trying to keep her man from leaving. That alone is dramatic enough for social media to eat up. But when you add in the detail about King allegedly going to meet his boyfriend, the conversation shifts into something bigger. Because now, it's not just about a jealous girlfriend, it's about questions of sexuality, honesty in relationships, and the public versus private life of someone who grew up in hip-hop culture. For fans, the idea that King might be living a double life raises a lot of questions. Is he being true to himself? Is he keeping secrets to protect his image? And what role does his baby mama play in all of this? Is she someone who's trying to hold on to a relationship that's already fractured? Or is she simply lashing out because she feels betrayed? No matter which angle you look at, it's messy. However, this relationship has been complicated from the start. Being the mother of King's child means she's directly tied to his world. And with that comes the challenges of navigating not only a personal relationship, but also the public's constant commentary. Over the past year, their relationship has been painted as messy, rocky, and filled with ups and downs. Fans have seen glimpses of tension, arguments, and moments where it seemed like the bond was hanging by a thread. And when you mix in rumors about King's sexuality, plus whispers of him having a boyfriend, the tension only rises higher. For the baby mama, who already has to deal with King's celebrity status and the attention that comes with it, suspicion and jealousy can come to the surface quickly. And that's exactly what seems to have happened here. So let's get into the meat of the story, the late-night suspicion. According to the whispers floating across social media, King's baby mama reportedly suspected that his boyfriend came over to the house during the night. Imagine the scene. The house is quiet, everyone else is asleep, and she starts to notice little things, maybe the sound of a door, maybe hushed voices, maybe King slipping away into another room. Whether it was physical evidence or just pure intuition, she apparently became convinced that someone, specifically his alleged boyfriend, had come over in the middle of the night. Now, here's the thing, suspicion alone doesn't make something true. But when you're in a rocky relationship, suspicions can feel as real as facts. And once she voiced those suspicions, the story started to snowball. People began talking, blogs started posting, and before long, the internet was running with the idea that King had snuck in a boyfriend while the rest of the house was fast asleep. As always, the internet wasted no time in turning the situation into a circus. On Twitter, hashtags popped up, with fans making jokes about midnight sneak links and comparing King's alleged moves to scenes out of a teen drama series. Memes circulated, with people poking fun at the idea of a whole house being asleep while King was out here allegedly entertaining a boyfriend. But beyond the jokes, there was also real debate happening. Some people said the baby mama was just paranoid and overthinking things. Others claimed that women's intuition is usually right, and that if she felt something was off, she probably wasn't imagining it. Meanwhile, some fans focused less on whether the rumor was true, and more on the fact that King's love life is once again being dissected in public. And let's not forget, King already has a complicated reputation. Some folks think he thrives on the drama, while others believe he's unfairly targeted by people who want to see him fail. Either way, the internet was divided, with no shortage of opinions. This isn't just a story about a suspected late-night visit. It's really about trust, secrecy, and the challenges of young relationships, especially under the glare of the public eye. When you're dealing with suspicions like this, it almost doesn't matter if they're true. The damage is done because trust has already been shaken. For King's baby mama, even feeling like she had to suspect that a boyfriend came over in the night says a lot about where she stands in the relationship. She's not feeling secure, she's not feeling respected, and those feelings turn into suspicions that can spiral out of control. For King, if this suspicion is false, then it shows just how much scrutiny he's under, not only from the public, but from within his own home. But if there is truth to it, if someone really did come over, then it shows that King may be living a double life, one where he hasn't been fully honest about who he is or what he wants. And either way, the result is chaos, hurt feelings, and more drama. And of course, the internet wasted no time diving into the mess. On Twitter, fans were quick to crack jokes, with some saying things like, "Only King Harris could end up locked in his own house, like a teenager sneaking out," while others got more serious, questioning the morality of physically keeping someone from leaving. On Instagram, the debate took a different tone. Some people defended King, saying that if he wants to live his truth, then nobody has the right to stop him. Others came to the defense of the baby mama, claiming that if she suspected infidelity, or even worse, if she felt disrespected by King trying to pursue another relationship, then her reaction, while extreme, came from a place of hurt. Meanwhile, there was an entire corner of fans who didn't take sides at all. Instead, they simply pointed out how chaotic King's life always seems to be, joking that this was just another Tuesday for him. Facebook fan groups and YouTube comment sections also lit up, with people arguing about whether this rumor should even be taken seriously. Some argued that the story was exaggerated by blogs chasing clicks, while others said the situation sounded exactly like something King would be caught up in. Either way, the volume of conversation around it proved that, true or not, the rumor had struck a nerve and once again placed King Harris at the center of online drama. But beyond the jokes and the gossip, this story touches on some bigger conversations that are worth exploring. For one, it raises the issue of control in relationships. Locking someone in a house is never okay. It's not a sign of love or commitment, it's a sign of control and insecurity. No matter what the situation was, there are healthier ways to handle disagreements or suspicions. The fact that this is even part of the conversation shows just how toxic some relationships can become when boundaries are crossed. Secondly, the story highlights the stigma that still exists in certain spaces when it comes to sexuality. If King truly does have a boyfriend, and if his baby mama felt the need to lock him in to stop him from leaving, that points to a larger issue of secrecy and fear. Is King hiding parts of himself because of public pressure, his family background, or fear of judgment? Or is this just a rumor being used to embarrass him? Either way, it forces us to think about how much pressure young celebrities feel to maintain an image even if it comes at the expense of their personal happiness. For King Harris specifically, this rumor is just another complication in an already complicated public image. On one hand, he's a young man trying to carve out his own lane in music and entertainment, separate from the legacy of his famous parents. On the other hand, he keeps finding himself in situations that overshadow his work and make him look more like a headline than an artist. This latest story only adds fuel to the fire, making people question whether he's serious about his career or if he's destined to stay in the realm of internet drama. Some fans argue that King thrives off this kind of attention, that every time he's trending, his name gets bigger, and that in turn keeps people curious about his music. Others argue that the constant messiness is hurting his credibility and making it harder for him to be taken seriously. Whatever the case may be, one thing is clear. This rumor has done nothing to quiet the narrative that King Harris is always in the middle of chaos. And let's not forget, King isn't just any young man caught up in a messy relationship. He's the son of T.I. and Tiny, two celebrities who have built careers not only in music, but also in family-centered reality TV. The Harris family has invited fans into their lives for years, showcasing the ups and downs of parenting, fame, and relationships. So when King makes headlines like this, it doesn't just reflect on him, it reflects on the entire family. Fans immediately start asking how T.I. and Tiny are reacting. Are they stepping in to guide their son? Are they frustrated with the constant drama? Or are they letting him live his own life, even if it's messy? That family connection makes every rumor about King even more amplified, because people see it not just as his story, but as part of the larger Harris family saga. So what happens now? If King's baby mama really did lock him inside the house, will he speak out about it? King has never been shy about clapping back at fans or addressing rumors head-on, so it wouldn't be surprising if he hopped on Instagram Live at some point to tell his side of the story. If the boyfriend angle is true, will King address it directly or continue to stay vague about his personal life? And will his baby mama come forward to defend her actions or deny the rumor altogether? The truth is, we don't know yet, but if history tells us anything, it's that this drama probably isn't over. With King Harris, nothing ever seems to stay quiet for long. At the end of the day, this entire situation raises a lot of questions about love, trust, control, and authenticity. Did King Harris's baby mama cross a line by locking him in the house? Absolutely. Is it fair to speculate about King's sexuality based on rumors? Maybe not. But when you live life in the public eye, speculation becomes unavoidable. What we can say for certain is that once again, King Harris has managed to set social media on fire, and people can't stop talking about him. Whether you see him as a young man caught in toxic situations, or as someone who thrives on chaos, one thing is undeniable: King Harris keeps people watching. So now it's your turn. Do you think this rumor is true? Did King's baby mama actually lock him inside the house? And if so, was she trying to protect her relationship or just showing how toxic things have become? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because I want to hear what y'all think about this messy situation. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the next piece of drama. Trust me, with King Harris, There's always another twist around the corner.